Howdy guys and dolls out there in YouTube land, your favorite little keto goofball Diamond back again. This time I have a second article I would like to debunk with nonsense. It's all really pretty much nonsense, and it's from the same website. So it's the Insider. I think they have a hate on for keto because it's just silliness, and it reads like they just didn't have anything better to write about today. So, or whatever day they wrote it, July 6th, a couple days ago. Anyway, this story is titled 12 Keto Diet Horror Stories That Will Make You Think Twice Before Trying It. I've read this, and thank you, Brandy, for bringing this story to my attention. She posted over on the Keto Community Bulletin Board, so I had to do this video. Anyway, the first thing they show is bacon sizzling in a pan, because y'all know that's fatty and terrible for you and dangerous, right? I don't think they know keto very well. Anyway, so the keto diet can work for some, but for others, not so much. One of the biggest dieting trends around today is the keto diet. And while the results of the high-fat, low-carb regimen seem promising, it has its downsides, just like most diets. Okay, fair enough. Here are 12 Reddit users. Here's the stories, 12 Reddit users. This would help if I had any sense at all, wouldn't it? Alright, let's try this again. Here, 12 Reddit users share their keto horror stories and how the diet impacted their health. Now bear in mind, I've done read this article. Yeah. Okay. Of course, Insider cannot verify the authenticity of these stories as they were from Reddit. They were from Reddit. It also, now just saying, anybody can make a Reddit account. Anybody can post on Reddit. Anybody could, wanting to write an article, create names and posts. I'm not saying they did that, just saying they could have, because it's Reddit. Anyway, of course Insider cannot verify the authenticity of these stories as they are from Reddit. It's also worth noting that everyone's mental and physical health is different, and these are individual experiences. You should also consult your doctor before trying a new diet plan, because that's worked so well for you the whole of your life. Alright, the first story. I can't sleep. The diet led to insomnia. I can't sleep even if I do keto for one day. I'm wired, wide awake. Tried magnesium, even eating more, meditating, nothing. I cheated last night, 2 sweet potatoes, went right to sleep. That's her whole experience. Now it doesn't say how long she actually tried keto, but only that if she tries it even for one day, she's wired. However, there's not enough information here to really say what she did or if she did right. Now, I do know over time you will sleep less, but it's supposedly because your brain works at higher function and you need just less rest. I don't know if this is true, but that's what I've heard. So that's her whole horror story. She just couldn't sleep. She had to eat a couple sweet potatoes. Vomiting occurred. This is story 2. Their tolerance was not the same. Alcohol tolerance, it gets greatly lowered. Again, this can be a positive thing, but it caught me off guard the first time I drank on keto. Vomiting occurred. That was the entirety of this story. Gee, you think? Carbs help you tolerate alcohol. It just does. I always noticed as a teenager who was too young to drink and shouldn't be telling you this story, that if I ate Chinese food with a lot of rice, I could drink a whole bottle of Jack Daniels by myself. Be drunk as hell, but I could drink it. But now if I'm going to drink, I'm going to break ketosis because I don't want to die. Okay, you probably won't die, but you're going to puke a lot. So, I mean, this is the whole horror story. He got drunk and threw up. Poor fella. Or lady. It doesn't say. Tragedy. This one I don't know much about, so maybe some of you bipolar folks can help me out with it. It says it triggered a manic episode. It didn't have a good initial impact on mental health. I'm bipolar, and the first spike of energy triggered a manic episode. A manic episode. Not fun, well, sort of. That's the entire story. It's literally less than a sentence. Now, if you're bipolar, you can have manic episodes anyway. And maybe it could be triggered by an uptick in energy. But if you're bipolar, you could have one of these episodes anyway. So how do we know that it was triggered by keto and not simply because she was going to have one anyway? Or anytime she gets a boost of energy? Okay. Yeah, let's write a story on that. I developed fatty liver disease. I developed fatty liver disease by doing keto for a year and a half and then slowly, unconsciously allowing carbs to creep back into my diet, even as I kept ingesting large amounts of fat. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Come on now. Look, folks, carbohydrates, if you eat them, you burn them, and you store fat. But if you don't burn them, you only burn fat. So, sugar and carbs equal burn sugar, store fat. No carbs equal burn fat. Okay? And if you quit the keto diet and you gain weight, you're probably going to get fatty liver disease. God knows we all probably had it anyway. I know I did. It's on my doctor's paperwork. I probably still do because I ain't skinny yet. Boy, yeah, this is worth writing an article about. The cravings are overwhelming. They can be. Cravings are strong. It's not easy at first to give up the carbs and sugar. It's about as hard as trying to quit smoking, maybe harder. I used to be a 3-pack-a-day smoker. Trust me, this is bullshit. Way harder to quit smoking. However, I made it a little easier on myself because I use a vape. But if you're trying to go cold turkey, oh hell no. You might shoot some damn body, but you're not going to shoot them over sugar. You'll be alright. You get a little bitchy, get a little headachy, but you'll be alright. So anyway, the cravings are the most overwhelming. You need to overcome a lifetime of eating and cooking habits. The social pressure of people offering you sugary foods can be almost overwhelming as well. Slap them. Or just calmly say, I don't eat that anymore. And they'll remove it from your presence. Damn, that was hard. Okay, so anyway, sorry. I've been getting nightmares. Okay, keto dreaming is real because you put a whole lot of time and thought into not eating something. You try to stay away from the chocolate cake. I once had a dream that I drowned in chocolate cake, okay? So, I've had dreams I've been at restaurants and ate something sugar-free and it turned out it wasn't, and I woke up in a panic. So that's a real thing. Yes, you might dream about food. But it's just like if you see a snake on a TV show and then you dream about snakes all night. It's whatever's on your mind. It's whatever's in your conscious. Yeah, you could dream and you could have nightmares. I don't know what it says. It's 2 lines. Ever since I started keto, I've been getting these nightmares where I'm tied down and forced to eat. Okay, ever since I started keto, I've been getting these nightmares where I'm tied down and force-fed bread. I'm sorry, honey, that's not funny. I shouldn't laugh. Next, keto gave me... Okay, hold on, y'all. I gotta get the giggles out. Nope, it ain't funny. It ain't funny. What a horrible nightmare. Tied down and force-fed bread. Hold on, y'all. He wants raisin cakes. They're bad for him. I shouldn't give them to him, but he's 4. So, you know. My dad went to get raisin cakes. Okay, anyway. Yeah, don't do that. It's bad for you. Don't do that. This next one says, keto gave me terrible acne. Now, I can't attest to this either way. I do not have acne. I never really have. I'll get 1 or 2 zits before PMS starts. Yesterday, I got annoyed. There's a zit on the tip of my nose, but there's makeup over it. So I don't really know. I can't attest to this. It may. And then the article said it made my skin worse. Keto gave me terrible acne. It seems like it cleared up a lot of other people's skin. But I never had acne, so this was not an issue for me. I started getting painful acne on my chin and temples. So you guys let me know what you think about that. And I'm sure with it changing some hormones and writing some stuff in your body, it could push out toxins. Because I know it's kind of like the keto rash is pushing out the toxins out of your body through your skin. So maybe that's what this is doing to him or her. It doesn't say. Had pretty bad gastritis. I had pretty bad gastritis before I started keto. So let's see what it says. Their stomach did not react well. I overdid the potassium supplements, burned the shit out of my stomach, and had pretty bad gastritis for about 10 days. That's not keto's fault. You're an idiot. If you overdid potassium supplements, keto had nothing to do with that. That was you being stupid. You should have read before you took the pills. I even seen one fella say he tried to take 47 100 milligram, 99 milligram potassium pills. You're lucky you didn't die. Yes, your body needs 4,700 milligrams of potassium a day. Most of it comes from your food, and most people don't know exactly how much potassium is in their food. Just like everybody thinks it's in a banana. Very little bit of potassium is in banana. But a steak, pork chop, that's got a ton of potassium in it. You don't have to take that many potassium pills. Now, I take 3. My husband's taking 3. I got Des taking 3. That's with 298 milligrams of potassium. It's okay. Don't take the shit out of the potassium pills. You could die. Oh my God. See, this is what I mean. They included this in this article. This has nothing to do with keto at all. This is just somebody being stupid and overdose themselves. Alright. I've had this god-awful headache, which can happen on keto, granted. The headache wouldn't go away. The last couple of days I've had this god-awful headache that gets worse after I ate. Currently averaging around 17 carbs a day, drinking the water and other no-carb drinks, salting my food, topping up with vitamins and electrolytes, and still the headache is there. I'm in the middle of my 3rd week. This does stop right. The state of my head is just making me want to throw in the towel. I want to finish it before I comment. I like that I don't think they did this right, because when I read through it a while ago, I was like, I didn't understand it. It says, I'm not literally dragging myself out of bed in the morning, but the weird feeling in my head is distracting and making work difficult. Okay, so she's got a headache, or he or she's got a headache in the middle of the 3rd week. And has had it for a couple of days. That could be keto. It could be not being all the way into ketosis or eating something you shouldn't. Or it could just be a really shitty headache. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it could be. So, anybody experience that in the middle of their 3rd week? Now, I get a headache if I kick myself. I get a headache if my sinuses get tight. But I haven't had a migraine since I started keto over 11 months ago. So, yeah. The dreaded keto flu hit me. Ugh. I'm nearing the end of my day 3, and I felt great. Until a couple of hours ago, when the dreaded keto flu hit me. I have a pounding headache and feel unsteady on my feet when I stand up. So you hadn't felt good for a couple of hours, and you thought you wanted to tell everybody about it. Okay. Could be the keto flu. Could just be a headache. Or maybe you need to up those electrolytes there, buddy. That's a couple of hours. Come on. Okay. I had an extreme reaction to my cycle. Now, you guys know that this can mess with your feminine cycle. It just can. I didn't have a period for 9 years thanks to my IUDs. And now I do. Sometimes for about 2 or 3 days, a little bit of color. That's it. I do get bitchy and ill. But it will mess with your cycles. It changes it gets your hormones and everything back in check, so you could have cycle issues. Alright, so let me read y'all what she said. Sorry, he wanted his iPad. I had an extreme reaction to my menstrual cycle. I started keto in a week, and I got my period. I thought, fine, it's about that time. Okay. Before, my periods only lasted 3 days. Nope, my period lasted a whole month. I don't know if that's keto or not. Did yours last a whole month?
It's actually shorter.
Hers is shorter. She started keto 6 days ago?
I haven't had any symptoms. I haven't gotten acne like I used to. I haven't had cramps or anything. I haven't felt bloated. My stomach hasn't hurt.
I don't know if you guys could hear all that, but she didn't get acne this time like she normally does. It was shorter. She didn't bloat up. Her stomach didn't hurt. Anything else?
No, I just haven't had any symptoms.
She didn't have any of the bad symptoms. She did get a little bitchy for a couple of days. But he took care of that. See, he's cuddling. That's so sweet. So anyway, Let me finish reading this. My period lasted a whole month. It was ridiculous. Some days I spotted and other days was full on. I am so happy it regulated after the first month, but I still get really bad PMS. But I had that before too, so no big deal. Alright, so she had a period for a month, on and off. And PMS got bad, but it was bad before too. Anybody else confused? So did y'all experience any of that? I mean, really? Am I right? Am I wrong? Ooh, 10 reasons why the keto diet can be making you gain weight. Also by the Insider. I see it to be continued in another video. Much love to you guys. I'll see y'all later this evening with my keto diary. Bye.